So again, there's a Quizlet in the, I can put the link right on the module, but if you go to the home page because you want to join the class, there's the link to the class, and then you can practice that Quizlet as many times as you want to. And it's got all the formulas and all the, like, the restrictions for your inverse. I try to put as much in there as would make sense. Obviously, the graphs are, besides, like, I gave you the parent functions of the inverse ones. When you are finding, so if you're looking at your quizzes, if you're finding the domain and range, okay, so after we put the equation into its inverse, this is one of them. Actually, don't need that one. Okay. You got an equation that looks like that, right? So like the finding the equation, everybody did a good job at getting. Okay, it was the then finding the domain and range that was a struggle. What is the domain and range of the cosine -1 function? Domain is -1 to 1 and range 0 to pi. So the 1/3 on the front affects what? That's your range. It's a vertical dilation by a factor of 1/3, which means I'm going to alter the range with that. Yep. So it would be 0 to pi over 3 for your range. Then you've got the 3 inside, right, next to the cosine, and that does what? This would be a horizontal dilation, right? By 1/3, which means I'm going to multiply my domain by 1/3. So I get -1/3 and 1/3. Then next to that is your x plus 1 inside the parentheses affects what? Domain, because it's a horizontal shift. In which direction? Left 1. So if I'm going left, I'm going to move these left. So -1 and -1/3. And then -1 minus 1/3 would be -2/3. Yeah, remember, stretch before you move. Stretch or shrink before you move. Questions on that? Because again, that's like a question that's got multiple parts. It's got the find it, and then it's got the domain and range. So it's almost exactly like number 10. Okay, just to clarify, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. You will get 3 of these types of graphs. I gave you one of each. You are either going to get the cosine or the sine. You are either going to get the cotangent or the tangent. And then you are either going to get the secant or the cosecant. At the top on the first page, those are the things I'm going to ask for on your test. So for sine and cosine, it's going to ask for amplitude, period, the key points, describe the transformations, and the graph the 2 periods. For tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant, it's going to ask for the period, the asymptotes, the domain and range, and then obviously the graph. I put it there, but I want it minimum 3 asymptotes and 2 curves. For some of them, you get a lot more than that, but for those at least minimum, that's what you should see.